Okay, I know y'all can't see me very well, but yeah, I just dropped off Adam, the guy that's been helping me a lot, again. Tomorrow I'm picking him up early, and we are getting ready for Holy to get everything set up. It's been a heck of a long day. It's like almost 9 o'clock now, so yeah. Sorry about the poor lighting, but anyway, yeah, crazy day. Kind of frustrated with Home Depot. I had several things happen. Had to go rent a U-Haul trailer. My truck's more than powerful enough to pull it, so it wasn't a big deal. But had a tire that had, because the truck had been parked for a long time, the tires had been flat, and one of the inside tires on the duals had it had gone flat, and of course, because it was flat, the bead came loose. Okay, no big deal. Couldn't get it to reset, so I had to reseat. So I wound up going to a tire shop, and the guy suspected there might be a leak on it, so he reseated the bead and checked it. And he was like, well, I don't know why it was flat. There's no leaks or anything. And I'm like, dude, it sat for like 3 or 4 years before being started and moved again. He's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, that was kind of funny. It only cost me $5 to do that. He actually had to take the tire all the way off the truck, and it was an inside dual, so lots of fun there. Got that done, and then another thing is the marker lights on the rear fenders. They're supposed to be lights there. Well, they were missing or smashed, and so I had to get those going. Discovered that they're not working at all. So now I got to fix that in the near future. But for now, it looked good, so they didn't have a problem with it. I bought a wiring harness to hook up to put on the back of the truck, and so I could replace the old one. And I turn around and I do this, and I got it set up. Okay, I get this new one hooked up there, and it was wanting to rain as I was getting the new harness set up. Oh, okay, no big deal. It's done. So if it rains, it rains. No big deal. Oh, but wait. The harness that Home Depot had that they sold me was the trailer side of the wiring, not the truck side. So I had to go inside a U-Haul and buy another wire harness. $10 more. Just my luck. But anyway, got a better one, so I'm not going to complain for $10. It's a lot better of a harness. Anyway, got that one swapped out. By that time, it's trying to pour rain, so I'm kind of upset about that. But got the trailer hooked up, and all the lighting works just fine. So I was very happy about that. And of course, went and started pulling the trailer, and I love it. That truck had no problem pulling that trailer. I think I'm gonna go over this way and stop by McDonald's and grab me some food, because I haven't had dinner yet, and I am tired and I'm hungry. Like I said, it's been a very, very long day. There we go. Well, it's a little bit better. Wasn't for the glare of the lights behind me. Sorry, everybody. Probably hurting your eyes. But anyway, yeah. This is the hardest place to get over, because I gotta go all the way over so I can catch A Street to get over here to this McDonald's. Jeez, that light's gonna, that glare. Okay, I'll go this way. There we go. Now I'm over here where I need to be. But anyway, yeah, it's been a long day. I had breakfast at, I don't know, about 8, no, earlier than that, about 7:30 this morning. Then turned around and had, I don't know, about 2:30, somewhere in there. Had 3 breakfast burritos from McDonald's. And it's now 9 o'clock at night, and I'm starving because I haven't had dinner yet. Tell you what, I am ready to have this stuff done. I'm actually ready to move. The house or the duplex apartment I was looking at or wanting to get, still haven't heard back from them. I probably won't. It's going to be one of those things. But anyway, still looking just to be on the safe side, because you never know. This building right here on my right that I'm passing, it's a seniors facility, I guess you would say. This car is trying to ride in my blind spot. I hate when they do that. I speed up, he speeds up. I slow down, he slows down. But I could see the glare that told me he was back there, but I couldn't see him. Anyway, my last 2 videos had somebody comment about the apartment, so that's what's going on there. We're still looking just to be on the safe side. As far as being a speed demon, yeah, I do go fast sometimes, especially when I'm in a hurry. But, you know, at the same time, I'm going to go with, if traffic's doing 80, I'm going to pretty much go with the flow of traffic. Because there is a law out there a lot of people don't know about that's called impeding the flow of traffic. And you can get a ticket for that. That means if everybody else is doing 80 miles an hour, you better be doing 80 miles an hour as well. Because if you don't, you're getting a ticket for impeding the flow of traffic. So this is one of those things, you can't win for losing. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I do go fast, too fast sometimes. But I'm not like I used to be. Every once in a while, I'll play around, and I know where it's safe to do it, and I'll go ahead and give it a what for, you know, get on it. But I try to be safe at the same time when I'm doing that. Road rage, I get tired of people doing stupid shit. But, you know, I don't go all out to act the fool like some idiots do. Yeah, pull a gun on somebody because they cut you off. That's stupid. You're gonna pull a gun on somebody and shoot them because they cut you off? Are you an idiot, you know? So yeah, I don't mind holding my saying stuff, but I'm not going to go all out to do stupid. And I'll probably get a couple of breakfast burritos for my dinner as well. They're cheap. The only thing cheaper is chicken nuggets. I'm not craving chicken nuggets right now. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting night. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. Something tells me that they will probably want me to keep doing the Holy Festivals Forum or the Holy thing. I probably won't be doing it too much longer. Something tells me that things aren't working out the way they used to, and it's not worth my time. I mean, I could go out and make a couple $100 doing easier stuff. So, Let's see.
How can I help you?
Yeah, can I get 4 of the breakfast burritos? And can I get a large Sprite? That's it.
Okay, that is 7.55.
Thank you. Now, I normally don't drink sodas, so I know at least one of y'all out there is gonna know about my not drinking soda. I think I've even told you, but I had forgotten this McDonald's. Their I usually get a frappe instead of anything if I didn't drink water, but they can't do frappes right now. So yeah, their machine is out of order according to them. And that's kind of funny that their machine would be out of order, but hey, it does happen. Anyway, I'd been home already, but the okay, so I've got my chat on if somebody wants to post a comment here while I'm in McDonald's parking lot. But anyway, I was we picked up the got the U-Haul pretty well loaded with the stuff we need, and parked at my friend's motel parking lot because he has the space to park and I didn't want to park it in the street, but it wouldn't fit down the driveway. Pretty good sized trailer. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? You know. So we dropped off there. I go and get in the truck, and we head back to my place so I can drop the truck off and take the van over here to drop him off. And my idiotic landlord, and I'm going to try and say it nicely, he's there, and he's partially blocking the driveway, so I had to park in the street. So anyway, he was in the driveway, or blocking the driveway. Okay, I'm no big deal. I just parked in front of the building in the street. Not a big deal. Anyway, yeah, he was there to see how the property was looking and so on and so forth. Wanted to see what the his new guy had done for some electrical work, how it came out looking. New guy didn't know half the stuff I do. You know, I had to guide him a little bit on a few things on how to make it work. But once he understood what I was saying, he's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, the way he was trying to do it, it looked ugly. You know, he's trying to use plumber's strapping to hold a piece of conduit to the wall where it's got a gap like this, and it just looks like garbage. So I guided him through that, got him sorted out and everything, and he's happy. But anyway, the landlord, I wasn't getting paid for that. I was doing it to be nice, you know. But anyway, the landlord was there, wanted to see that, and then wanted to talk to him and everything. And the guy's like, the landlord was telling me, he's like, yeah, there's a million other fish in the sea. I can hire anybody I want and everything, and they'll do it for the same price you were doing it or less. And he's got this guy, and nobody wants to touch the stuff I did for even double what I was charging. Everybody's charging him what a regular contractor would. So he's finding out the hard way he screwed up. Yay for me. So I was very, very happy about it.
Burritos?
Yeah, is that a large?
Yeah.
Wow. Large has shrunk, it seems. Maybe it was extra large, I was thinking. Anyway, yeah. You can tell I don't get sodas very often anymore. Anyway, it was craziness. Thank you. So yeah, I laugh at the stupid stuff he was doing. I mean, the little bit that this guy was doing, he's talking about charging them easily 300 plus. Glad to have everything completely done. Surprised that you will be doing the Holy Festival too much longer. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of the way things are going. You know, the guy's supposed to be having me do all these deliveries, and he's not doing it now. And, you know, it wants me to stay available to do the deliveries, and yet don't have no deliveries for me to do. So that means I'm not doing any work at all. My bills are getting sky high. So, nah, I'm done with them. With that, you know, when you've got a delivery ready to be made, let me know, and then we'll schedule it. Pardon me, but I am hungry. Anyway, you know, the guy doesn't understand the kinds of deals I was giving him. You know, I mean, I didn't have a problem doing little stuff for him, or even some of the big stuff. And okay, you don't have a building permit. Okay, well, yeah, you're supposed to have one, but it's something stupid. Camera cabling. Okay, why would I need a building permit to run cameras? But that's what they call for. Oh, okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it. Not a big deal. And if you do it right, they don't realize it's done. But rush hour, gonna love it. Well, technically it's not rush hour. We're still catching traffic. But anyway, you know, he's trying to get these guys to come and move the. He's saying he wants them to extend the camera cables. Problem is, nobody wants to touch it because they're like, hold it. These camera cables need to be replaced. These are the type you can't extend like that, like you're thinking. And then a lot of them are saying, we won't even touch those cables. We would have to rip them all out, get rid of them, and start fresh with cabling. And at the same time, those cameras are junk. You need to spend some money and get some real cameras. And I agree with them. That's what he wants, was cheap cameras. But so they're talking, you know, they're talking like $2,000 and $3,000 to do what I was charging him $1,000 for. And I'm laughing the whole time. Especially since that $2,000 and $3,000 is just for their labor. That doesn't even include their the materials. So he's looking at just the camera cabling alone, spending easily another $300 or $400 more in materials just for cables, just to make new cables. And that kind of sucks. But that's on him. He wanted to do it the right way he did, and now he's finding out the hard way he screwed up. What can you do? But now traffic's opening up because we're at an interchange. I'm on 880, the Nimitz Freeway, and I'm going to catch 238 to 580 to get home. That's like the fastest way to get there. Just crazy everything that happens. I need to spend an hour Sunday over there at a property that my buddy, he used to manage it for somebody. I guess his brother and another person. Well, he's tired of the games and the BS there, so he's not going to be working there, take care of that for them anymore. And that ends on the 30th, 31st. Sorry, I'm driving. I can't read it. When I get off, I'll respond. But, yeah. I hate this when, I have to drive while doing a live video, but what can you do? DUI doesn't just mean booze. Drugs can impair too. Well, yeah, they're right. I've seen some nasty accidents for people that were high on weed. So I agree with that one. Even your everyday prescriptions can get you a DUI if you didn't know it. I get hydrocodone because of my back. Now I don't take it very often, but I did find out that if I take one, I go and start driving and I get in an accident, and they determine that I was under the influence of my hydrocodone, then they can give me a DUI. Go figure. Even prescription meds can get you a DUI. Now here's one for those of you who do that work the jobs where they do drug testing. Certain prescription drugs that you can take, say your doctor prescribes you this certain meds, and your job decides to have you go do a UA to see if you've been using drugs. They can cause you to test positive for illegal drugs, and then you have to dispute that and show, look, I'm on this prescription. This can cause a false positive. And then they have to order, if they choose to, they have to order a blood test to determine if it's because of the prescription drugs or if you are in fact using the illegal drugs. So, very, very irritating that the stuff they do. I mean, I understand they're trying to protect people. Man, I can't remember all the drugs that I found out about that on. Now, thankfully, it wasn't anything that I was taking, but I knew some friends who almost lost their job because of their prescription meds. And thankfully, they didn't lose their job because their employer decided to do a blood test and determine that it was in fact their prescription meds that they were legally prescribed. So they got lucky there. So just be aware of that there are prescriptions that can do that. Today was a crazy day. Too crazy. I'm beat. I'm gonna go home, take me a shower, and go to bed because I got to get up early in the morning. And I don't feel like it. And Saturday is going to be an even earlier day. When I say even earlier, I mean, let me think. I have to pick him up set by 7. So that means I've got to be up by 6. I got to be up before 6. Which doesn't usually bother me. I'll probably pick him up at 6:30. Because I like to be there at around 6 or 6:30. But with the worker, I can't quite do that. So I'll just have to settle for being there about 7. Now, tomorrow I have to pick him up before we are headed that way because I need to do a few things, so that's why I'm picking him up early. But the irritating thing is that that means that I'm going to be taking a different route than I was going to take, and I'm going to be on the freeway more. And until I feel like that truck is 100%. I don't really like that. The gear ratio on the rear end is off, so when I'm doing 55, I'm at the equivalent RPM of like 65 or 70. But that's because that thing doesn't have overdrive. So that means it uses more gas. Now, because the truck has so much torque, because it's got such a big engine, I'll be able to change the gear ratio a little bit on the rear end in the future. And last night, I'd noticed the other day when I was driving it sounded like I had a universal joint kind of squeaking a little bit, making a noise which indicated that it was needed greased. So my grease gun was a mini one and it didn't have the hose on it, so it made it hard to use. But I'd run out of grease in it, and it didn't take much to run out of grease. So I went ahead and bought me a new grease gun. I used store credit that I had, so it didn't cost me out of pocket for it, but that was $40 for just the grease gun. But it was by Lucas Performance stuff for racing and such. So I went ahead and stopped, and I got that, and then I got me a big tube of grease, and sure enough, everything that could be greased on there needed greased bad. So thankfully that was done. 3 universal joints. I'm pulling over here so I can see my live comments. Anyway, 3 universal joints. You had the yeah, that does kind of suck for him that he's learning the hard way. But what the hey. Definitely sucks to be him. And FYI, poppy seeds, yeah, poppy seeds will cause you to do a false positive. You are correct. Anyway, so yeah, the kingpins, I think it is, on both sides, they were in a bad need of greasing. The tie rod ends, they were pretty well dried too. They weren't completely, but I went ahead and everything's loaded with grease like it's supposed to be. So that's done. So I feel better driving it. Today I drove it, like I said, to get the trailer and such, and it performed flawlessly. No noises, nothing. Everything was as it should be. I really want to put some new parts on it, far as engine-wise goes, but what can you do? But I did put the marker lights on there that I had to. I'm gonna have to redo the wiring on those and get those working, but that's okay. They only come on when your headlights are on anyway, so not a big deal. The red marker lights that are for the back side of the fenders, those there, they're LED. So that's kind of cool. A little more expensive, but gotta do what you gotta do. Then for the front ones, they're on the back fender, they're amber. So I had to do those, and I just got the regular incandescent light bulbs, and it worked just fine. Everything worked well, other than the fact that they're not working. The LED ones, the holes for the old fixed light sockets were too big, so it's not completely covered up. So I will be fixing that in the near future. The amber ones, they're not as slimline, so they covered up the old holes perfectly. But they have notches so you can run the wiring outside of the light fixture if you have to. So I'm not too happy about that, but at the same time, that's okay. They'll work. Probably won't do, I don't know, I might get to do video some of the wiring. I need to get a let me think. Need to get me a good video camera to use for this kind of stuff, but those things are not cheap. Very, very muddy out here with all this rain we've been getting. That's okay though. Got to make do with what you got. Anyway, yeah, good to be home. Anyway, truck's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know if I posted any video of it showing it, so I'll try and get that done here pretty soon. And that pops up again. There it is. Well, far as a fundraiser to raise money for me, I don't have enough followers to have any kind of anything on YouTube. I wish I did, because that would be nice. But unfortunately, I don't, so what can you do? But if somebody wants to set it up and do it, hey, I'm all for it. I don't have a problem with it. That'll pay for a lot of stuff for that truck, because it's a nice truck. Between that and that F-150 I've got, which I'm in the process of rebuilding the engine on. If I can ever get the money to get the engine in the machine shop, I'll be good. But anyway, I'm going in for the night because it's been a long day. Wow. And if you want to set up a fundraiser or help with setting up a fundraiser to try and get the money for it, hey, I'll work with you, and the assistance would be greatly appreciated. If you know anybody, or anybody out there wants to help the cause with the camera, anything, let me know and message me, leave a comment, and we'll get together and discuss it, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm home. I'm getting ready, gonna go in, finish eating, and then I'm going to bed after I shower, of course. But yeah, please comment, like, and subscribe, and have a wonderful, wonderful